Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? In today's video, we're talking all about Patrick Ta and his blushes. I am going to be demoing Cheese blushing in this video and also one of his plumping lip glosses. And then I'm going to be doing swatches of all the blushes that I have from his collection, including the palette. So in the palette, you can find 3 new blushes that he's released individually, and we're going to take a look at those. And I'll let you know what I feel about this product in general. If this is your first time passing by, I'm Gigi. I love to review high-end and luxury makeup. If you love that kind of content, go ahead and click the red button that says subscribe, and also go to my Instagram because over there I do keep you posted on new makeup sauce, makeup releases, everything like that. So let's just go ahead and get started, guys. So let's get started. And today I'm gonna be showcasing Cheese Blushing by Patrick Ta. He's released new blushes and new plumping glosses. I picked out only one of his plumping glosses. I'm not big fan of them, to be quite honest, so I decided to pick only one. And then he's released individual blushes you know, that look like this from his holiday palette. So this holiday palette, if you missed on it, then this is your chance to pick up the shades that are in here. He's released them individually and they all look like his regular compacts like this, but the palette was such a great deal that this seems to be a little bit pricey, but I mean, it is what it is. If you missed it, then here's your chance, just in case. I know he stocked a few of the palettes and then it was gone and then it disappeared. But today I picked out Cheese Blushing. Cheese Blushing is one of the exclusive shades. It's not in the holiday palette, so we're gonna, you know, see how it looks like on my medium complexion, medium to tan complexion, and we're going to, yeah, just play with this beautiful blush. I already did a little shorts showing you how it works. I'll leave it right here. So today I'm going to apply Cheese Blushing and then I'm going to do swatches of all the other ones. If you're interested in taking a look at this shade specifically from the palette and how they look like against my complexion, I'm going to leave my video up there because I tried all of them right there. I thought it was too repetitive if I did the same here. So today we're only trying Cheese Blushing and the plumping gloss. We're gonna apply it, you know, how he suggests. He always says to apply the powder first and then go on top with the cream. So let's take a look. This is not a first impressions. I'd already tried it as mentioned, and oh my goodness, isn't she pigmented and isn't she glowy? I'll show you. So did you see one little dab on it with my 05 from Referal, and that's all it took. So look at this sheen. This blush is just absolutely beautiful. I think it's pretty unique. I'm gonna go right atop with the cream, and I know I look like I have a lot of blush because I do, but I wanted to show you how pigmented this is in case you have a medium tanner complexion or deeper complexion. I can tell you that is going to show up on pretty much everyone. So let me go ahead and do the same on the other side. So I just came a little closer. My light is right there, so you can see the sheen. Look at that. Every time he released a blush, I feel like I need it. I felt like I really needed this shade, and I am so incredibly excited for it. Like, look at this. I don't need a highlighter when I apply these blushes. It's just so pretty. They don't emphasize any texture. They just look so beautiful and just very delicate and soft. Like, look at that. Okay, I need to stop. So now let's move on to swatches. I'm gonna swatch Cheese Blushing first, and I'm gonna put it right at top here. So this is the cream, this is the powder. Look how pigmented these guys are. Like, he's not playing. He's really not. Now let's go ahead and do all cheese different, which is this one. Is a little bit of a rosy blush, and I'm gonna do cream, and then powder from all of them. You can see that that one is way more rosier. They're similar, but they're not the same. This one is more rosy, the other one is a little bit more neutral. It's gonna go with a little bit more luxe. This is way more pinkier. Now I have the coral shade, and that one is Do We Know Her. So let's do We Know Her. So cream and powder. That one is a little bit of a softer color, as you can tell. And then let's do Cheese Soleil, which is one of my faves from his line. These I've gotten a ton of use out of. These are a little bit of a brown, really bad swatch. Now let's take a look at the new palette, and let's do this one. Just in case you wanted to see how that one looks like, Cheese Doll. I feel like it looks similar to Cheese Blushing, but not quite. So Cheese Doll right there. It's a little bit more red in tone, a little bit more, yeah, just a little bit more red. Cheese Blushing is a little bit more pink. So I hope these swatches are helpful for you. Let's do the middle shade, which is Cheese Vibrant. This shade is just everything. This shade is everything. I love it for spring and summer. Oh, I messed up. I did the powder first, but look at that pigmentation. I tell you, Patrick Ta doesn't come here to play games. He just gives you the pigment. He gives it to us. So that's a very exciting. And then last but not least, Cheese Baked. No, actually that's Cheese Doll, and then this is Cheese Baked. I'm sorry. So these are them. These are all the shades. I feel like Cheese Baked from the palette and then Cheese Soleil are closer in tone than with Cheese Blushing. So Cheese Blushing, I do feel like it's sort of like a unique shade in their range. Call me crazy, I know that they look very similar, but on the cheeks, they don't transfer the same, I promise you that. And Cheese Blushing, I'm gonna say it, is my favorite shade that he's ever released. And then it follows the coral shade. I feel like the coral shade is so unique, is so extremely unique, which is in this palette, the Cheese Vibrant. I feel like you can really tone this coral shade down, or you can really bump it up. It's just everything. Cheese Doll, I mean, look at this pigmentation. Like, these ones are very, very pigmented. The new ones that he's released are much more pigmented than the prior ones that he has, like the coral and then Cheese Soleil as well. I am missing one of his shades. I'm missing the pinky one, so that I cannot swatch. But other than that, these are all the shades that I have from his line. I hope that these swatches were helpful. I hope that they tell you something in case you wanted to pick any of them up. Here they are. So now let's move on to the plumping gloss. I mean, it's just a plumping gloss, but I am going to go ahead and line my lips with this Natasha Denona I Need a Nude liner in the shade Noah. Okay, there we go. And then the shade that I picked up is 2cc's, which I find to be super cute because that's pretty much 2cc's of filler, you know, like lip filler. That's cute. This is a little swatch. So you see that that's gonna give you a little bit of a pinky hue to your lips, which I find to be very cute. So let's go ahead and apply. The plumping gloss has a minty, but more so a cinnamon scent, which is very nice. I like it. So look how plumped my lips just got. Look at the top lip. I don't know. I think that it is quite plumping. If you're into plumping glosses, I think you'll like this. I think this is very similar to the ones by 2cc's. I had one sample from it, and I remember that it gave me like this effect. I am not a huge fan of glosses, period, but this is something that I could get on board with. What do you guys think? It's kind of cute. In conclusion, I just love his blushes. He has such a good formula. These new ones are very, very pigmented. As I mentioned, much more pigmented than his individual blushes that he's released before. If you find a color that you're gonna use a ton, I feel like they're 100% worth the money, even though you got such a good deal in the palette. And I told you all to run and get it. Not everyone was able to get it, so at least he's giving us the option to get those shades individually. Of course, these are going to be more expensive. With the price of 2, maybe 1.5, you got the palette around the holidays, which really sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. If you missed on it, this is the time, this is the opportunity to get those shades. They're beautiful. I'm pretty sure they're permanent on his line, but he doesn't stock his products too often. So if you're thinking about it, I suggest you go ahead and pick them up. They're beautiful. As I mentioned, Cheese Blushing is my favorite from his line, period. This is my fave. This is my perfect beige pink shade. I love it. Like, I just absolutely adore it. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of these blushes? Are you excited for them? Were you able to get the palette? Are you gonna get Cheese Blushing? Any comments, anything at all, just drop it below. Thanks so much, you guys, for the love and support. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.